Holy smokes, everybody. Analogue has done it again. Of course, they are very busy these days doing updates and other things. Analogue 3D has dropped another update. Let's take a look and see what they've done. So, their release notes for the 1.4.0. As you can see here, they have new gallery screenshots and recreations of original CRT displays, now captured for first time in 4K. You can capture, preserve all kinds of cool stuff with your galleries and screenshots. So you can take instant screenshots. We're going to go over this and see how it works. Improved direct boot to cartridge time. So a lot of people keep talking and flaring this thing up. You know, the reality is back in the day, it was all about boot time. How fast can your computer boot up, you know? And it turned into a big deal. Well, now this day and age, that really doesn't even matter, you know, because nobody really cares about that. But back in the day, it was like a thing because all those Windows XP computers and all that stuff were slow. And then Windows 7, you know, how fast would it boot up, you know, and so the boot thing was like a thing for a little bit. And so people still to this day still try to drag that through the mud. Like M64 Mod Retro, they like to drag that out like, hey, look, it boots up fast. Well, actually, I think I've seen the original Nintendo boot up faster than the actual thing that you're selling. So let's not go there, right? But back to Analogue, they did some improved core regression with floating point rounding. So I would figure that has to do with like little sprites or little stuff in the game that they rounded off more instead of it being pointy, which is what we want. You'll notice a lot of the 4K stuff kind of has a jagged edge and real pointy instead of it actually smoothing out, you know. And on CRT displays, it kind of looks more rounded because it's kind of like a blur. It's not a jagged edge. So, screenshots presented in a clean chronological gallery view and all that stuff. They also brought forth screenshots. Exports are saved to your SD card in your library. Press R to navigate. Screenshots are listed in your library. They also did an operating system visual polish, which is what I would like to see. And so we're going to check all this out tonight. I was going to report on this the other day when I heard about it, and I'm like, what? You know, and it's like, So they did a lot of fixes for controllers and other type of stuff. And let's see, this is what brought it to everybody's attention was their Twitter. So it kind of comes up on your Google feed usually. So as you can see, here is their building over there in Hong Kong, China. It's got their sign right there. And they're pretty proud of that, you know. They like to keep it original, you know. So, you know, you come to their Twitter page, and Twitter's a big thing these days. So as you scroll down, you'll go past a couple things, and here it is. The new operating system available June 23rd. And as you can see, here's their little video they got. And as you can see right here, it shows you how they do the screenshots, and it's got some CRT kind of look to it. And I kind of wonder, you know, how does it look? How does it operate? So that's what we're going to get into here and find out. And it says right here, see the full change log below and update your Analogue 3D here. So they kind of give you a little link, but you can go to their website and do that anyways. And so this is their gallery. It tells you how to. So if you kind of click on this, you'll see it says, you know, some stuff here and how to or what to. And this is just what I showed you a minute ago, which is, you know, whatever, right? So a lot of people, not too many people have noticed this. It's only went to 6.1. So basically that tells me that it didn't really go out to the public. They just kind of posted it, and this is how it gets recognized. Because just so you know, X is just like YouTube. You have to pay money to promote your stuff. So whenever you put something out there, it doesn't shoot up unless if you're paying to make it shoot up to advertise. So you're paying for advertisement, which gets you more views, more clicks, more whatever. That's how YouTube works. That's how X works. That's how everything is working now. You basically pay money. So now let's kind of get to some of the bread and butter of the situation and see exactly how this new update will work. All you got to do is just come to their website and download this. It'll bring it up to your thing up here, and then drag and drop into a file, and then drag and drop onto the SD card, and boom, you're ready to go. Let's check this out and see what's going on. Okay, so you can see that the Analogue is updating, and we're getting all the lights updated, and it updates really fast. I mean, I just turned it on, and it's already went through the 4 bars, basically. Wow, let's see what we've got. Okay, so it's all done, and you can see that right here we have at the very top of the screen, it says L and R buttons, and where it says library, you can scroll left to gallery and scroll again to your settings, but gallery is added in there. And then, so let's try to see if we can figure out how we take a screenshot, and for some reason it's not recognizing the game correctly, so I think I'm supposed to restart it. So let's try this again. Okay, so it looks like it is configured and figured out. So after the update, you might want to shut it off and turn it back on. Unlike me, I stuck a cartridge right in it right after the update. So yes, restart it. So as you can see, I don't see they changed the color cartridge, obviously, but did they add anything else? I'm not seeing a whole lot here. So I put it to very soft. I don't know if you put it on fill, if that makes a difference. Let's, you know, I just wanted to see if it looks a little better, you know, so I'm putting it on fill this time. But at the top, you can see that there is a galaxy. And so if you're using an 8-bit controller, it says use the star button. So that's pretty cool how it tells you how to do it. Now the OG controller, it says the Z trigger, start, and R. So we're going to try that. Z triggers, start, and R. So let's go in and try this out. And it boots up pretty fast, you know, so not bad. And I'm going to try that screenshot right now. And it just took a picture and it says screenshot at the bottom. So that was pretty cool. Of course, you know, we've got these files here. Let's go with Link because he has a lot done. Okay, so when I put it on fill, we still have a lot of edginess on the sword or the shield and stuff. Still dancing pixels that I see in this room. So the dancing pixels are part of an issue there. You know, it may be trying to figure out what it is or what. And I think that's something that could be cleaned up. But see, that's almost like modifying the actual game itself. Because if I remember correctly, the game did have a little bit of movement to it, but it was also for a different type of TV. So we're trying to upgrade this thing, right? So let's see if I can get me a screenshot here. Let's do the thing. Oh man, it took a screenshot. That's the worst. Let's see if I can do it. Right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to figure out how we get out of this. So with the 8-bit do controller, it makes it so much easier to navigate this. I thought using a basic controller would be a little bit easier. So in this situation, I'm just going to hit the reset button on the right, and all that did was reset the game. So we're going to go ahead and power off, power back on. It is what it is, right? I can't win. So, let's take a look here. And I just want to go straight to the screenshots. So that's what we were doing. So right here, it actually captured, hitting it just fast enough. It did it all simultaneously and took a screenshot. Now, as you can see, the edges are there, you know. And it says you can hide the screen. So there it shows the screenshot being taken, or the whole screenshot as is, which is pretty cool. And then you can bring it back by pushing the button, and it says configure and export. You know, I don't know what that means. Export in 4K, you know. So obviously when I was doing it, I did it at the time of switching camera angles. So it kind of, you know, I took a picture of this. Yeah, what the heck is that? So it is what it is. But my favorite here, I did get a picture of this here, which is the startup screen, which looks pretty cool. So well done, Analogue. I do appreciate it. I do see that the picture seems a little offset. It seems to be more to the left than the right. I can see that on my computer, but it is what it is. It looks pretty all right, though. So I do appreciate all their hard work. They've helped bring this console to the top. And it's, regardless of what Mod Retro does, this still is the forefathers who brought it to us. So thank you, Analogue. Catch you guys on the next one.
Zombie apocalypse.